The Scotch opening is one of the best opening for white and is played by many players. The key idea is to release the tension early in the center and gain space advantage in the future. First, I will show you the common mistakes made by the black pieces, and then in this video, we will cover the classical variation of the Scotch game. And in the upcoming videos, we will cover the other variation like Steinitz or Scotch Gambit, etc. So make sure to save this channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos. So let's get started. After black takes, you recapture, then here black goes bishop to c5. This is the classical variation, and here you go bishop to e3. The common mistakes made by black is knight f6, bishop b6, d6, and taking this knight with the knight or with the bishop. All of these moves are bad for the black pieces and you will gain an advantage. Let me show you each of them. First, if knight to f6, then you can immediately take this knight and his queen is hanging and his bishop is also hanging and you are completely winning. So here, if black goes bishop to b6, this is a bad move because he is moving a piece twice in the opening and you will have a lead in development. And here, if he goes d6, then you can just take this knight, and after black recaptures, you can take his bishop, and this pawn structure is looking very much bad for the black pieces, and you are just completely winning. And here, knight takes d4 or bishop takes d4 doesn't work. If knight takes d4, bishop takes, you recapture. Black goes something say queen f6 to offer a trade of queens, but then you can play e5. And after black goes say queen to b6, you can trade the queens. And after knight c3, you can castle quickly and you have a lead in development. And here there is a bad move which is f6. And if this happens, then you can just play knight to d5, threatening a fork. King to d8 is forced, and then you can take this pawn. And after black recaptures, you can take this knight as well, and this creates some weaknesses for the black pieces. So here, the key move is queen to f6, putting more pressure on this knight. And c3 is the main move. Black goes knight g7, preparing to play d5. And here you defend with bishop to c4, preventing d5. And here black have three options, either to castle, or play knight to e5 to attack this bishop, or go for d6 to open up his bishop. Let's look at them one by one. First, if black castles, then you can just castle here, and here black can go either d6 or bishop to b6. These two are the key moves for the black pieces. Say black goes bishop to b6, then you can develop the knight the other way, and after something say queen to g6, lining up with the king, you can take this knight, and after black recaptures, you can go rook to e1, and the position becomes quite equal. And here if black plays d6, then you can take the knight. After black recaptures, you play bishop takes, pawn takes, and here you can launch an attack on the king side. Black will all try to trade this bishop off, and you will have a equal game. For example, you play f4, black goes bishop e6, you play e5, attacking the queen. He cannot take because his queen will be hanging, therefore queen to g6. Then you can play bishop d3, attacking the queen further, and after bishop f5, you can trade the bishops and you will have an equal game. What if here black goes knight to e5, attacking your bishop? This is another popular line. Here you go bishop to e2, saving your bishop. Black goes queen to g6, attacking these pawns, and you just castle here. Taking this pawn is not a good idea because after knight to d2, queen moves, you will have a lead in development. Therefore here, the key move is d6, opening up the bishop. And here, you play f3, defending this pawn. Black castles, and now you can develop this knight the other way, move your bishops, and continue playing. And here, black can also go for an early d6 move. Here you can just castle here, black castle, and then you can trade knights. and after that you can trade the bishops, and we have reached the previous position. With the same idea, you can play f4, bishop e6 to trade the bishop. You go e5, queen moves, and then attack the queen, like offers a trade of bishops. Then you can take this bishop, and then you can continue playing. You can bring the rooks in the center, move your king to the h1 square so that there is no more checks along this diagonal, and you have an equal game. Well, if you want to learn more chess openings, then you can check out this left playlist. And if you want to learn some chess traps, you can check out this right playlist. And I will be bringing the videos on the other variations of the Scotch game. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of those videos.